Today, from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's Week 7 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens taking on Deshaun Watson and the Cleveland Browns.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They will be led out by their dual-threat quarterback, the veteran from Clemson. It's Deshaun Watson.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
The drive will start with an option going left. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over.
A contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. Give him 30 yards there.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Watson. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
But one of the things we talked about coming into this was we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of the game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and first downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. Oh, that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Watson now to throw. He's got Njoku over the middle. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Well, safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a 3rd down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. LaVisca Chenault, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And bulldozing his way through. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
You know what I did in pregame? I made sure I touched him as he went by. I want a little bit of what he's got.
The golden arm from last week.
Oh, how much fun was that to watch that game tape, all right? The number of touchdowns, what was that, 5 last week?
Yeah.
But 0 interceptions. So you think he's due to throw a pick, but I'm betting that he continues the streak in this game.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing is Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. An ideal start defensively. They already have the touchdown. Now they get the stop.
Just like they drew it up on the chalkboard. Does that sound dated? Right? Am I out of touch a little bit?
It's all right.
All right, grease board and computer, exactly what you want though. Score on your first drive, stop them on the first drive defensively.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku. Touchdown, Browns. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Deshaun Watson. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
Through the flag usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
Flushed out right. Boy, took a real chance with that one, but it's incomplete. You look at this Browns defense. They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that...
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Myles Garrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a third. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. To throw is Watson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Credit that sack to Travis Jones. They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Back to throw, Watson. Able to hit his target, Claypool. And he is going to have a Browns first down. He needed 5. He got it barely. As it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. Here's Watson. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great play there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Now it's Jackson. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit out a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try waiting to the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Jackson now. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Browns are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Well, it certainly feels like this defensive group has figured this guy out to the tune of a big lead in this one. And you know that he's frustrated with how this game has gone. And now with back-to-back interceptions, he's got to find a way to get out of his own head and start making better plays.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now a 2nd and 6. From the 50, it's Watson. Connection made with Chenault. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now, light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. Now they'll run it on the toss. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And down inside the 15 he goes. That good for 19 and a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now a first down throw, Watson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Here's Watson. They shakes him off. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. Deshaun Watson with his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Browns continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Lamar Jackson and the Raven offense heading out. He's been picked off twice in this ball game already, and they'll try to sort things out here as they begin with the first down. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Myles Garrett. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. That's going to be caught by Pitts. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Jackson. Flush to his right. Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. After the interception, here's Watson. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Touchdown. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game. And the Browns will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes this 35-0 now. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And the fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. Forced out to his left. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have such a mental capacity to throw it out and essentially start over. I think that's where he's headed now.
He's got his opportunity to throw it out. Let's see how he does. Play action. Now Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
That is incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Escaping the pressure right. That is caught. He's got the first down and more than that. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Jackson on first down. Right side, there's Likely with it. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be second down. Jackson. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll leave it with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, here's Jackson. There's Flowers, he's got it. Touchdown, Ravens. A 3-yard touchdown pass, and the Ravens are able to at least get one score back. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's brought down. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. From the 33, here's 2nd down and 2. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now Watson. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Watson. Right back to Njoku. And the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Out of the gun, Watson. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. From the gun, here's Watson. And a quick throw here that's complete. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Blankenship's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Jackson's throws on target to Duvernay. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25. On 3rd down, Jackson. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout that's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Oh, that's deep for Duvernay. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Ravens go for it, but... Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.